So I don't want to alarm you, but there's a casino company on the strip that's trying to scam you into a good deal. Shocking, right? Greetings, guys. Stephen J. Campbell here, where you come for some Vegas and you stay for the bigger picture so you know what's going on. We're going to talk about the Caesars Entertainment show deal, because on the surface it sounds great, but when you think about it, nobody wants this deal, and they're completely tone deaf. We also have jobs, or the complete lack of it. I'm going to explain what this means to you, your money. Plus, if you're doing the Bitcoin, you probably hate your life right now. Ooh, doggy. First up, major strip casinos offer bundled savings for live shows. This is great, except that nobody wants this, and I'll prove that in a sec. I want you to be really, really careful with this offer. It sounds like it's a great offer on the surface, but when we peel back the layers, we can see why probably not that good of an offer. One of the strip's largest casino operators is rolling out a new way to save in Las Vegas entertainment amid ongoing citywide efforts to offset the slump in visitation. Caesars now has a new deal. They're calling it the 3-for-1 deal. Caesars Entertainment, first of all, they don't have the best shows, and this won't matter to most of you. I have stats, and I can prove that in a second. But all you do is you come to Vegas and you pick 3 shows for $149. Shows include stuff like Donny Osmond, Wayne Newton. Those are kind of big to me and some of you. Piff the Magic Dragon. Okay, Colin Cloud, BattleBots, Laugh Factory, MJ Live, X Country, X Rocks, Paranormal, Menopause, Sin City Stories. Look, here's the thing. This is the 2024 LVCVA Visitor Survey. This stat right here is the most important stat that you can look at. Nobody cares about shows. Out of all the people, and they interview thousands of people that go all over the strip, downtown Fremont Street to the Vegas sign, only 21% of people that come to Vegas ever see shows. So while this seems like a generous offer, this is selling their least favorite product to you. I need you to listen to that again. Your least favorite product, the thing you do the least in Vegas, is on sale. Aren't you excited? I'm not very excited. These are not even good deals. Look, RuPaul's Drag Race Live opening at Flamingo, Las Vegas. This was from back in 2019. When this show launched, it was $49. So $49 for RuPaul's Drag Race in 2026, not that good of a deal. As a matter of fact, most of the shows on that list, if you can find the prices, used to be less than $49 at discount broker sites. And to make things even better, when I actually tried to book these tickets, I just kept getting this error message that some events were not available or booked out. So be careful with this deal. Understand that you can always do better entertainment than a lot of these shows in Vegas, and it might be worth your while to go to one really great show for $100 than 3, some would say, mediocre shows. But that's if you can even afford to come here, because the job data broke today, and it's really, really, really bad. U.S. job openings dropped to more than 5-year low in December. Now, this is kind of catastrophic for what's going on right now for Vegas, for you, for your job. Job openings not being there and not opening up means that nobody likes the economy. And it was a giant tank in the stock market today. So what does this actually mean for you? Just simply, like, I'll explain it like you're 5, because I have to have things explained to me like I'm 5. So the report today that was basically stealth dropped was called Jolts. I say stealth dropped because we were supposed to get it a few days ago. The government was in a partial shutdown. Today at 7 a.m., it just hit everybody like a giant hammer on the head. This report particularly shows how many openings there were in the economy. Openings meaning like, we need to hire some people in this business of ours. Let's open up some jobs. Okay, so you're like, how bad was it? Well, it was really bad. They were expecting it to be somewhere like 7.2 million jobs that there would be open up in the economy. And instead of that, we got 6.542 million jobs right here. This, of course, caused everything to do what you see on the screen behind me here, which was absolutely tanked. A student and I were trading this morning. We watched it and we traded it. Here, you want to make $1,000 because people are destroying your economy? This is how you can do it. And before we get to the worst January for layoffs in over a decade, wait till you hear that. That'll make you want to vomit in your mouth a little bit, just don't swallow it. Spit it next to the couch. The wife will never know. No, don't do that. She'll hate you forever. We're going to talk about our sponsor because what I just showed you, just a bit of a hot take conspiracy theory moment here. That's what the powers that be, the people that want you to pay more for stuff, they don't want you to know how simple that was. What I just showed you was dead simple. It's the same thing almost every day at some point in the day. It happens over and over. I got my own course actually showing you how to do this. It's called 1K a day. And in it, I just show you how to look for those little signals, click the right button at the right time, and potentially make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I got a student doing that with me. He made $500 today in a short time, about 15 or 20 minutes. That's what most of my students trade. And it really gives you perspective on how stupid simple this stuff is and how they want you to think it's hard. Because the harder your life is, the easier their life is. That's what I believe. Call me crazy. But if you want to make your life a little bit easier, I want you guys to do yourself a huge favor. Just click the first link pinned in the comments of this video. Type in news02, news, the number 02, and you'll get the entire course for $199 for the first 4 people before I raise up the price, because my platform fees are killing me. And when I got students crushing $500 days, I know it's worth more than a pair of halfway decent headphones. You know what I'm saying? So click it, get it. Introduce yourself to me in the course. Let me know who you are. I want to meet you guys. And then I become your little bitch. You're emailing me. I'm responding to you. I'm doing your bidding, and I'm teaching you guys how to change your life too. And with that, that was my ad break. We have to pay the bills. I want to ask you guys a serious question. Are you still subscribed? People say to me, I didn't even know I unsubscribed from you. YouTube has mysterious ways. Tell me, are you subscribed to me? Click on the link. Make sure you are. And those January numbers, oh man, the layoffs, we can't do this all year. There'll be millions of layoffs this year if we do. So it took us 17 years, but we finally did it for January. Yeah, there were more layoffs in January of 2026 than there was in January of 2009. You remember January 2029, right? Everybody's like, the sky is falling. What are we going to do? Sell 5 of the 6 houses that we own because we never should have owned all those. But that's not the problem this time. Oh, I'm so glad AOL is telling us why. I can trust them. U.S. employers announced the most layoffs in January since the global financial crisis, signaling growing strain on the weakened labor market at the start of 2026. Hello, McFly. Labor marketing. That's what I said. Job openings dropped to lowest level since 2020. Like that was today. And there we go. Job cuts were 118% higher than January of 2025. 1 year. Several major corporations announcing sweeping layoffs. Okay, this is not good. So mostly transportation companies are laying people off. According to the article right here, transportation companies announced the most layoffs in January, totaling 31,243. That's the size of a small Midwest town nowadays. That is insanity. Technology, 22,291 jobs. Learn to code, they said. You'll have a bright future until you coded your future and made sure that the AI was what you were coding and it was all just a giant, huge psyop operation to put you out of work, I guess. Amazon is getting rid of people. AI will cost jobs in the coming years, but this cut appears to be more about overhiring and reducing layers than to new. What? No. It's about getting rid of as many human beings as we can possibly have. So pretty soon, you see this guy here, he is not going to have a job. They're going to have a robot. Robots. I said it like Zoidberg. It's going to be a robot delivering your stuff. Robots. Everything. I mean, they're like predominantly, but it's healthcare providers, chemical manufacturers. AI mentioned in 7% of all layoffs. And that all links back to the challenges that this city is having. Look, I know I'm transitioning my content to more macroeconomics. Subscribe if I've done a good job today of entertaining you. And question of the day, is Titanic an overrated movie? Put that in the comments so I know you're still watching the video at this point, so I know if they're long enough or too long. Las Vegas saw its fewest visitors in 4 years in 2025. Strip gaming revenue rose less than 1%. You know, according to the LVCVA, it rose 0.0%, which is technically less than 1%, but this is probably written by AI. You may not know this, but more than 50% of everything you see online is now created by AI if it's an article. So always take these things with a grain of salt. However, here we have the report fewest visitors in 4 years, plunging down 7.5%. Gaming and tourism leaders were running around saying that the sky is falling. Now they're ready to look past 2025, a year beset by economic upheaval. Locally and nationally, a 43-day government shutdown. Don't blame the government shutdown. You blame the casino properties. And that's what it comes down to. It's always corporate greed. What do we blame? We blame layoffs. Layoff surging, corporate greed. We blame equities sinking, AI route extended, corporate greed. These people were Nero. Nero had wax wings, right? He flew too high to the sun, and his wings melted, and he fell down into the ground. Yeah, it's Greek mythology. There it is on the screen. This is probably created with AI, by the way. But that really should be a lesson for you if you're watching this video, which is not to rely on any big company to take care of you in its entirety. The days of the 401k and the nice factory job that could support 4 or 5 kids on a single salary while mom stayed at home, largely over. You have to have several hats that you wear. And I hope that you're wearing multiple hats right now, because when the big profit whales come for people, they're going to come for you. They're going to come for the people who are just going along with their life thinking everything is just fine. So, as we always say, start a job, start a business, do something, get into the equities markets somehow. Take my course. It's $199. I mean, at the old saying, what do you have to lose? I mean, it's a complete course. You'll learn more there and impress all your friends that way. And by the way, I'm aware too many sales pitches, Stevens, but I believe in it so much that I think it's great. Or just do something else. Like, you got to get yourself an edge, because if you don't, they're just going to walk all over you. And I say these things and I cover these things because if I had spent even a fraction of the time I spent playing PlayStation and Nintendo and Xbox and just put a little bit of brain power into learning this stuff, I wouldn't have struggled for the first 40 years of my life. And I don't want you guys to have that beset you. I think you're more capable than what you could ever understand. That being said, if you like this channel, there's a video up near my head right now. You just go click that. YouTube will decide what's good for you from my channel. You're probably going to love it because the algorithm is just like scary good in a frightening way. We're all going to be in Skynet. It's all taking over, but that's another video for another day. I do them Monday through Friday. I live stream on this channel too. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You guys don't even understand this. If you've been watching this channel for a while through to the end, I want to tell you, those things help more than you know, just to spread the channel out. And we need all the help we can get because we're competing with 500 hours a second that's uploaded to YouTube. I'll leave you with this. As I always say, think about it and rest on it. If you're having trouble in life, just remember one thing, just keep swimming.